welcome back to my channel. I am Britt, and if you haven't subscribed yet, you probably should because I talk about geeky things, and today we're going to do an episode review of Power Rangers Beast Morphers. This episode is Season 2, Episode 11, also known as Intruder Alert. If you guys want to skip the full episode recap, you guys can click this timestamp right here. You can also see the timestamps in the description as well as the chapters along the bottom of the, where you see the time for the video. Whatever you call it. So if you guys want to skip that, you can certainly do that. If you guys are trying to avoid spoilers, this may not be the right video for you just because even my thoughts will possibly involve spoilers, so just be aware of that. The episode opens up with everybody trying to decode a message from an alien. This message, once decoded, talks of this alien named Ryjax who's coming to Earth to steal Ranger technology. They decide they obviously need to keep the Ranger technology safe, so they decide to have the vault guarded by none other than, Ben and Betty, the perfect people to do that because they're funny. It's at that point where the Rangers are alerted to an alien that is trying to steal Morph X. They assume it is Ryjax, so they head that way and they find this robotic alien looking creature where they are able to fight this creature, but the creature is able to escape. The real Ryjax is actually meeting with Evox, and they are coming up with a plan essentially to steal the Morph X. And Ryjax is able to revive Vargoyle, but keeps this thing around his neck that controls him. So Vargoyle really isn't under his own control. He's under the control of Ryjax. He is under the control of Ryjax. We find Ben and Betty setting up booby traps very similar to things like Home Alone. And then it's very much assumed that they're going to set off their own booby traps, and guess what? They do. Because it's funny. It's not funny. It's not funny at all. The Rangers help them up and kind of walk off, but then we find out that this robotic alien that we saw at the very beginning that teleported away is actually inside the base and going for the vault, which is where they put the thing that he was trying to steal the Morph-X for. The alarm for the vault goes off, which why on earth did they need somebody to be guarding it if they had an alarm, but it's fine. The alarm goes off and they go to stop this alien. They're able to capture him and put him into a cell, where then also a monster then attacks. So the Rangers go off to fight the monster. At this point, the real Ryjax actually shows himself to the Rangers, and they realize that they made a mistake. Ryjax is able to resurrect some putties as well as some Viveks, and so the Rangers get to fight lackeys, pawns, foot soldiers that are very well known in the Ranger community. The Rangers morph in order to fight. Ryjax shoots this thing out of his horn to Zoe and Ravi, and they both fall to the ground. They are both infected with something. They never quite make it clear exactly what it is that they were infected with. So the Rangers decide to go and talk to this alien that they actually had captured. Steele happened to have the thing that he was trying to steal the Morph-X for, and he was grabbing at it. So they gave it to him just to see what he wanted it for, and turns out it was to revitalize him, rejuvenate him, recharge him maybe. And he was able to actually speak with the Rangers and let them know kind of what's up, that he is actually a galactic police officer and that he is after Ryjax, and that their friends are in major danger. Our captain, the police officer, the galactic police officer, tries to save them. He says that he doesn't know if it works on the human species, but it has worked in the past. So he uses this kind of antidote thing to try and save Zoe and Ravi. Blaze and Roxy are back. We don't see them in their human form. We only see them in their robot form. And it seems as though the robot forms may have gotten a slight increase in look because I don't remember them having capes. Vargoyle and a Gigadrone both attack. So Devin is sent to go after Vargoyle, the galactic police officer goes with him, and then Nate and Steel have to go into their Zords and fight the Gigadrone. Both respective teams defeat their respective monsters. But not before Vargoyle gets the compliance collar off his neck by way of Devon actually saving him, and then he goes off to a Morph X tower to try and steal some of that. But then, like I said, Devon and the galactic police officer save or destroy Vargoyle. Once they return to the base, we find out that Zoe and Ravi are both okay, big shock, and that Ben and Betty have tried to create a new alarm where if they aren't wearing a specific tag, then the alarm will sound, or not even sound, but the alarm will capture anybody who may be intruding, only ending with everybody trying to escape because none of them actually have this tag except for Ben and Betty, and all of them get tied up because Ben and Betty are funny. So you guys have it. That is the full episode recap of Intruder Alert. Now my thoughts. It was fine. Like, nothing exciting other than the putties happened in this particular episode. I thought the story was actually pretty cool with the introduction to this new character, which obviously is going to be around for a little bit of time because it made it seem that way at the end of the episode that he was going to stick around and assist with Ryjack, who has not been destroyed yet. So it'll be interesting to see how this character is intertwined in with the rest of the cast. It's always great to feel nostalgic, so it was really great to see the putties, obviously. I loved seeing the putties. I feel less nostalgic about the Viveks, but only just because I've only ever seen Dino Charge once all the way through, and it wasn't very long ago, and I was an adult, so it's hard to be nostalgic about that. But at the same time, it was really fun to see the putties. I got really excited thinking I was going to see Jason this episode, but I did not. So it's fine, but I am getting antsy. I want to see Jason. However, I did find it quite strange that they did not use the Tyrannodrones in that scene where the putties and the Viveks attacked. Now granted, if that was Sentai footage, because I really, honestly, I don't know. It's so hard to tell at this point what's Sentai footage and what's not. I tend to look at the writing behind to see if I can tell if there's Japanese writing. So no Tyrannodrones, which makes me sad because it's just kind of more proof that nobody seems to care. Like Judd Lin, he doesn't seem to care about Disney seasons, just like Saban never seemed to care about Disney seasons. I mean, since Disney lost Power Rangers or sold it back to Saban, we have seen so few Disney era characters, and now I get that obviously it's just Jason and a few characters from Dino Charge that are going to be unsuited. However, it frustrates me to no end, the absolute just ignoring of the Disney seasons. It's like we've had just a handful of Disney characters since Saban took it back. We had Scott in Samurai. We sort of had the RPM Rangers, not really. We just had their world, which really didn't fit in Megaforce so that they could get one of their Zord. We had, Casey in Super Megaforce, and we had Gemma in the 25th anniversary special pretty prominently. And then I think Trent, and I think that was it in the 25th anniversary special for cameo appearances for Legacy Rangers. So it's been so frustrating for me as a fan of the Disney seasons to see them completely negated over the last however many years it's been since Saban bought Power Rangers back. Has it been 10 years? I think it's been 10 years. And it's just so frustrating. And I know that this is now completely Hasbro at this point, but it's still Judd Lin, it's still Saban's team. And I'm frustrated, to be completely honest with you. I want there to be more love for the Disney seasons by the production team, because this is really unfortunate, because there are so many talented actors and so many talented writers and so much great story that exists within the Disney seasons. It's just frustrating. Now I know there's something about Mystic Force. I don't know what that is, but if there is something related to Mystic Force here coming up, I'm very excited for that, and I hope that it's done well. No spoilers down below, please. I don't want to be spoiled. I do want to experience this as it's happening, but at the same time, I just really get frustrated. And so those of you who have seen it when it aired overseas, please don't spoil anything for me. But at the same time, I'm frustrated. Very frustrated. As always, Ben and Betty, they're not funny. They're not interesting. They're not well executed. They're not well written. Their storylines are always just predictable, and I hate it. Can we be done with the comedic duos, please? Unless Simon Bennett, you have better idea as to what to do with these characters, please, let's just be done. The entire story itself felt pretty rushed. I feel like this particular story could have been elongated. I know there's only a certain number of episodes that can be made, and I know that they had so many other episodes from the Sentai to use, if they even used any. I'm sure they used footage from the Sentai, but I don't know. It's so hard for me to tell these days. But I just feel like this episode just felt really rushed. I feel like there was so many ways that they could have done this without it being overly rushed like it felt. So that's all. That's all I got for you guys this week. I will see you guys all on Thursday with a new main channel video or main video. And I'll see you guys all next week for a new Beast Morphers video. If you guys want to see my last Beast Morphers video, which was a little late, you guys can click right here. If you guys want to see all the Beast Morphers videos I've done, all the episode reviews I've done, you guys can click right here. You can click here to subscribe. Please do hit the bell for notifications. Like this video if you liked it. And let me know in the comments below what you thought of this episode of Power Rangers Beast Morphers. I'll see you guys all next time. Bye.